Our Republican mayor continues to tout all of his accomplishments, and unfortunately, they're not all his accomplishments. They fall far short of what New Britain could and should produce with effective administration. Thankfully, however, New Britain residents are attuned to a very different reality than those fabrications upon which Timmy Stewart campaigns, such as taxes. When it comes to taxes, the alleged cuts Timmy Stewart touts resulted only from one-time revenues, Stewart's sell-off of city property for cheap political gains, and amounted to little more than $40 per household. Moreover, the only true tax cut of the past 4 years was due to my overturn of Stewart's attempts to raise taxes in violation of his campaign promises. Stewart's foolhardy plans for a new police station will similarly cost taxpayers an unnecessary $1 million, when the station will be more affordably and more effectively placed in those struggling neighborhoods which need it the most. Further, cheap Band-Aids for Pinnacle Heights and New Britain High are completely bereft of a leadership and innovation that our city's future demands, such as the technology park and state school funding which I propose. Instead of a cheap retail store in the Pinnacle Heights area, for example, let's construct a technology park with a perimeter of residential housing so that the surrounding houses are not devalued and so that we may invest in the future and cultural fabric of our society. Similarly, Stewart's supposed solution to the embarrassing threatened accreditation and overcrowding of our high school, adding more buildings to the same campus, does nothing to address the problems. A better alternative will be at least investigate state-funded magnet schools, which may be reimbursed up to 80%, allowing us to vastly improve the situation and get our kids the education they deserve at little cost to our own city. Most disturbing, perhaps, however, are Tim Stewart's lies regarding our fire department. These are the facts. More than 3 times the average number of firefighters have left in less than 3 years. The union has won every single one of its many grievances against his administration, all of which were forced to the state level at additional New Britain taxpayer expense because our mayor refused to hear them here in New Britain. The department endorsed my candidacy, and both the First Responder Program and the Police Training Academy he publicly claims as his innovations were begun well before he was elected. The reality is that Mr. Stewart has literally purged the department on vindictive political basis and cost the city over 1,200 years' worth of experience, endangering the lives of our citizens and placing politics where it has no place, the sanctuary of public safety. In my administration, alternatively, the fire department and its fine heroes will maintain a permanent seat at my table. Any and all grievances will be heard where they belong, in the city, and we will return to a purely merit basis of promotion and hiring. It's time for open government and fresh and innovative ideas that will benefit all of New Britain. Ideas buoyed by the strength and potential of our citizens and community. We must make smart business decisions, embrace innovation, and all the potential of our future. All of the abuses of the past 4 years, from secretive land deals to the selling of New Britain property to cover budgetary overruns, to the abuse of power in the most abject area of public safety, none of them would be possible were it not for the closed-door administration dictates of a controversial administration. So let's end it. Let's transform city government so that it's completely transparent, so that there's no occasion for middle-of-the-night rat legislation which sells land without neighbors' knowledge or consent and without environmental consideration, so that the mayor cannot approach the General Assembly seeking to upgrade his pension and thereby embarrass our community, so that he cannot deny hearings to city firemen on the basis of personal vendettas. Let's televise all city council hearings. Let's expand the mayor's pathetic 8 hours a month of public office hours to constant public office hours. Let's replace the air of intimidation which pervades City Hall and compromises democracy with open town hall meetings brought to the residents in their own districts. For those who have been intimidated by the oppressive and abusive administration of the past 4 years, let's bring City Hall to the people. Let's hold open discussions on issues important to the neighborhoods, where residents will not feel intimidated about speaking openly. Under a Wyskiewicz administration, there will be absolutely no opportunity for everything that has undermined our city. With televised sessions and constant public office hours, There is no possibility of issues like Tilcon, the high school's sudden potential loss of accreditation, the political purging of a fine organization such as our fire department, the persistent blight, or lucrative deals to political cronies. I bring over 15 years of business success in forward-thinking industries to City Hall, and I know that technology and innovation is the key to our success. Our city already has the educated workforce and business people to be successful. All we need now is a proactive leader who will move us forward. A leader who will no longer let New Britain languish, but rather clean up our city, encourage job growth, coalesce our communities, and invest in our future wisely. A leader who is committed to educating our people and devising ways to retain them once they are educated. There's no reason why we can't achieve this, and there's no reason why we need to move forward and yet keep taxes low. I remain committed to this, as I have been throughout my career. In fact, overruling Stewart's proposals to raise taxes, I lowered them and will continue to lower them as we achieve all we need by eliminating the mayor's pork and preferential spending upon friends. It is indeed time to clean up New Britain. Let's clean up its face while we clean up its politics. Let's invite creative investment to replace the blight, which plagues every district of our city, in the interest of the future our children deserve. It's time for a change. It's time for our genuine open government, strong business decisions, a stronger education system, and the restoration of respect to our city and to our reputation. Ours is a noble and worthy cause, but it cannot be accomplished without your dedication. There are voters to contact and register and messages to distribute. Our headquarters will be open weeknights for phone banking and mailings. Please drop by when you can help us toward the realization of change that our city's future so desperately requires. Indeed, we can no longer afford to do nothing. The time for change is now, and the time to make our collective voice heard is November 6th. Please join us in that important victory, and thank you for your faith in the potential of New Britain. Thank you.